Well, hello again. I had to think of something super fast tonight because I have to work tonight at 7 o'clock. We're actually expected to be there half an hour before our start time. I'm working the Cirque du Soleil Crystal Show at the Brand Center and doing the loadout, so probably will be a late night. I might get home at 4 or 5 in the morning. So I wanted to make an earlier supper, get everybody fed, and then head off to work. So I had to find something really simple. And I did. I found Jill's Hashbrown casserole. And I kind of have all the ingredients. Let me explain. It calls for 1 package or 30 ounces of frozen shredded hash brown potatoes, which is roughly 7.5 cups, thawed. I don't have frozen hash browns, so I found these Golden Grill hash brown potatoes, and I believe they're freeze-dried. So they're not frozen, but they're freeze-dried. So I added hot water to them because that's supposed to soften them up. And it says here that, sounds like somebody's upset. I gotta go put out a fire. I'll be right back. Fire is out. So this says that it makes 7 servings. And I read the side of the container. It says a third cup dry works out to be about half a cup prepared. So roughly 7 cups for each of these. Or sorry, 3.5 cups for each of these, which would make 7 cups. And since this calls for roughly 7.5 cups, I think that's close enough. Curious to know how it's going to taste though, using this instead of frozen hash browns, but in the past when I've substituted it worked out, so I'm assuming it's going to work out again. And the only other ingredient that I don't have today is the crushed corn flakes. It only calls for half a cup crushed corn flakes. And I don't have corn flakes. If I had frosted flakes, I would be tempted to use that, but that would probably kill the recipe, so maybe it's good that I don't have frosted flakes. Okay, let's get started. This is just setting right now. I've actually got hot water in here. It's supposed to set for 12 minutes. Right now I'm at 417, so it needs to set for another 2 minutes because it's been sitting for 10. And while that's doing its thing, I'm going to prepare a really quick, simple recipe for tonight. 1 can of Campbell's condensed cream of mushroom soup. Okay. Supposed to stir the soup, sour cream. Oh, butter, supposed to be melted. Let's melt this. Melt that butter. Sour cream, 8 ounces sour cream. Oh, I got my cheese in the wrong container. My cheese should be in here now. Okay. Whew, almost too much cheese. That's 2 cups of shredded cheese that it calls for. It actually calls for cheddar cheese, but I have marbled cheese. Good enough. I find that pure cheddar cheese is a little more greasy. I don't mind it, but my kids don't like it, especially when it's melted. They like cheese if it's really thin and in their sandwiches. And they do like to eat it grated as well, but they're not really fond of like melted cheese. Okay, that butter should be melted. Indeed it is. Okay. All right, got that. In fact, I probably overdid it. I put it in for 45 seconds. I probably could have got away with only putting it in for 30. So hopefully I didn't overcook the butter. Can you overcook butter in the microwave? Probably. Sour cream. I gotta go and grab that from my fridge. Magic. All right, so we want 8 ounces of sour cream. Just stirring up the sour cream a little bit because it was a bit watery on top. Hopefully I have enough for 8 ounces. I think I do. Just pour this into here. All right, where does that bring me at? Oh, almost. Just a little bit more. I do believe that gives me 8 ounces. Oh, in fact, it's about 8 ounces and a smidge. I think if it's a little bit over, it'll be fine. So we'll put this back in the fridge because if it sits for too long, I think that's how it forms bacteria. If it's been out ambiently for more than 20 minutes, it's not good. I learned this somewhere along the line. I must have, because I'm not making it up. Be right back. Sour cream gone. Now I'll add that to my soup. Trying to get every little bit. Of course, it's not going to be every little bit. Good enough. Just making sure it's okay. I didn't check the expiry date on that. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, butter. All right, I'm gonna mix this. Well, I'm gonna make a little hole in the middle, and then I'm gonna stick my butter in that hole. It's not telling me to do that, but I don't want my butter to run out all over before I get a chance to stir it. So I'll put my butter here, right in the middle. Oh, I still didn't get that secondary camera set up. I was hoping to get paid by now, but it hasn't happened, so. And it probably won't be for a while yet. But eventually, I'll get that put into place, and it'll be nice, because then you can see what's going on here and over here. All right. So I'm supposed to put onion in here, and it calls for, and I've already pre-chopped it. I remembered to do that ahead of time this time. 1 medium onion chopped, which apparently is about half a cup. So I chopped that up ahead of time. By the way, this recipe says that it takes 15 minutes to prep and then 45 minutes to cook, so 1 hour. All right, and then add the cheese. 2 cups grated cheese. I do believe that's it. Stir the soup, sour cream, butter, potatoes, onion, and cheese in a 3-quart shallow baking dish, which I did. This is a 3-quart glass baking dish. For those of you out there who don't know how much 3 quarts is just by looking at it, because I know I don't. The bottom of my baking dishes tells me the size, so that helps. Otherwise I'd have no clue. It smells really good. Yeah. And apparently I'm supposed to add the potatoes. So these have been sitting long enough, and I'm supposed to drain them first. Well, drain them, and then I'll add them. And then I'll mix it all together. Be right back. Okay, hash browns. Woo! I think I did the math right. Looks to be the perfect amount. So I got that evenly mixed in. It fits quite nice in this baking dish. Oh. Anyway, that's all spread out and looking good. Now it's telling me to season with black pepper. I'm supposed to use 1/8 of a teaspoon, which I've got here. Just sprinkle that evenly over the top, just like so. I'm also supposed to sprinkle those cornflake crumbs over top as well, but because I don't have cornflakes, that's not going to happen. I'm supposed to bake at 350 degrees, which, you know, I should have preheated my oven. This is this is the problem with me not reading the directions in a recipe. If it doesn't tell me to preheat the oven right off the hop, I won't think about it. I won't even think to do it on my own. So now I have to wait for the oven to preheat before I can slide this in. And then I've got to cook it for 45 minutes. Curtis is not here right now. He's at work. He doesn't get home until 7. I'll be gone by the time he gets home. So I will just be sharing this with the kids today. And I'll have to find out later on what Curtis thought. And yeah, go from there. All right. That's it for now. That looks pretty good. Now let's see what the kids think. And a side vegetable, peas.
Okay. I'm gonna try this.
Careful, it's hot. You might need to blow on it.
I gave you a 10 out of 10.
Pardon me?
I give you a 10 out of 10.
You're just kidding.
No.
You like it?
Yeah, I actually like it. It tastes like mushroom soup with like on the noodles.
Okay, there's no mushrooms in this.
It tastes good.
All right, Jared.
I like it. It's just yeah. I just give it a 10 out of 10.
Blow on it too, so you don't burn your face off.
A 6 or a 7 out of a 10.
That's pretty good.
I give it a 10 out of 10.
Are you surprised that you like it?
Well, I don't know if saying a 6 or a 5 or a 7 is liking it.
Somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You know, I was wrong. You said, it tastes like mushrooms. And I'm going, that's weird because there's no mushrooms in there. But I forgot I put mushroom soup in. So, yeah, that would explain why it tastes like mushroom soup, because there's mushroom soup in here. Anyway, let's see. I like it.
I like it too.
It's good.
Oh, what do you give it?
I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
I give it a 10 out of 10 too. Can I pause it?
Jared,
What?
are you doing?
I don't like it anymore. Tastes bad. And guess
So
what?
now what's the score?
3 out of 10.
It went from a 7, a 5, 6, or a 7 out of 10. Now it's a 3. What have you added? What have you added?
Tony garlic. And guess what? And guess what I added? And I added 14 out of 14. I love it so much.
What do you think, Tipper? What do you think?
Flea, how to flee.
Oh my gosh. What's the matter, Jamie?
Did you lie? The first time I thought it was delicious. The second time I thought it was okay, but this time I don't like it. I only give it out of 5 out of 5. No, 6 out of 6.
It's out of 10.
No, 6 out of 6.
6 out of 6 means you like it 100%.
Oh, I'll give it 5 out of 5.
A 5 out of 10.
No, a 5 out. Yeah, 5 out of 10.
No more peas left.
So you just went from, oh, I love this, to, not so good.
Yeah.
You guys.
Hey, but I can still give you a 10 out of 10, but I just don't like it.
People are going to start wondering why you're always in your pajamas when you eat supper.
'Cause I'm lazy.